welcome to Pat's Soundbytes IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio and now on video. Conducting live chats with the artists and learning the stories behind their latest release, and also playing their new video. Special thanks today to my sponsor, Go-Go Tuners, for all guitar players looking for a focus on ease of use, readability, durability, and accuracy. Look no further. The Go-Go Tuner is the choice of many touring professionals and a favorite of casual players. Go-Go's signature green you're in and red you're out screen makes tuning quick and easy. For more information, go to the website at gogotuners.com. Special thanks to WBXO Classic Rock Radio Redefined, allowing me to keep new music alive on the radio airways on the Pat Show every Sunday from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Only on WBXO Classic Rock Redefined. And a big thank you to Mr. Evan Balzer for allowing me to use his amazing instrumental that you're hearing right now. It's called Trails. To find out more incredible music by Evan, go to his website at evanbalzer.com. And I have a returning guest today. That'll be Mr. Jeff Carlson of the Jeff Carlson Band. Jeff and his band will be releasing their latest album on April 23rd called Yesterday's Gone. They released a single with a great video called Fire. We're going to talk to Jeff about the single. We're going to talk about this rockin' album and a whole lot more right here on Pat's Soundbytes IGTV. Hey, live on Pat's Soundbytes IGTV. I just can't get the smile off my face. He's a returning guest, and he's a great rocker. And I had him in September, and he killed Juke Box Hero with our good friend Frank Hannon. And now he's back, and man, with an album that just rocks. I'm trying to not curse, but it fucking rocks. I'm like, holy shit. We're talking to my man Jeff Carlson out in Vegas. How are you, brother?
I'm great, man. Thank you so much, Pat, for having me. I'm so appreciative of it. I love your show, man. Thank you.
Dude, I just can't stop. I need to package this enthusiasm. I'm not on Red Bull. I don't do cocaine, but holy shit, do I love great rock and roll. And Jeff Carlson's got a great album coming out on April 23rd on RFL Records. Yesterday's Gone. And I probably played it at least 10 times, and I haven't found one bad track. I'm in love with them all. And he just released his actual first single is called Fire. It just came out last Friday, and we're going to play the video at the conclusion of our chat today. How are you, brother? How you hanging in there? I mean, I know you put COVID did nothing for you, man. You just rolled up your sleeves and really put it to work. So are you good? Your family good? Everybody okay since we talked in September?
Yeah, we're great, man. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, we're just ready to start playing soon, you know. I mean, it's just waiting for things to open up.
Oh, things are gonna I think we're finally getting there, but we need you in New York, or I got to take a trip to freaking Vegas, whatever it's going to take. Oh my goodness. You killed it with Juke Box Hero featuring our good friend from Tesla, Frank Hannon. And if I recall, looking at my notes, it was kind of a great tribute to your dad who you lost in January, who was the guy that grabbed you and said, rock and roll, brother, going to the show. And you were hook, line, and sinker. And I can say Dad is looking down and certainly proud of you and proud of this great album that, man, I'm blessed to have it all and hear it, because when the rockers hear it, holy crap, Jeff.
Hopefully they'll like it.
I'm telling you, dude, it woke me up from track to the intro. I mean, well, let me, I did do some, I tried to do my best in research and preparation, and I did read some stuff about it. And you shared with me in September, you deal with Crohn's disease, and I got Lyme disease, and everybody goes through some sort of thing. And really, Yesterday's Gone, if I understand it correctly, Jeff, and correct me, is really about hope that, anybody that's out there going through some crap, dealing with stuff, and we all know somebody with cancer or some crazy fucked up disease that,
Yeah.
keep striving forward and moving on and, stay positive. And was that what you were thinking? Like, you know what? Hey, I got this and it's not stopping me. I got my good days, I got my bad days, but you know what? I'm a
Yeah,
rocker and I want to rock. So talk to me about
absolutely.
Yesterday's Gone.
Yeah, it was written about, there's several songs that are written about the time period that we're living in right now. I mean, between the pandemic and politically and everything, but it's not meant to be one side or the other. It's just as far as political, because I don't really like to get political. I don't voice my political views in any public forum. So, but at the same time, I think it's important to write your feelings. Um, and that's kind of what we did. I just wanted to be as honest as I could be, and because people see right through the bull, I mean, so I think it's important as an artist, you have to really write words that mean something, So, yeah, I got Crohn's disease in 2001, and actually they diagnosed me with ulcerative colitis, and later diagnosed me with Crohn's, and then
You died on the table?
yeah, for almost 3 minutes, yeah, and then I mean, I was really rough. I mean, I was so sick. I was down to like 140 pounds. I looked like
Wow.
death warmed over, man. I mean, I was rough. And, but back then I had played with Robbie and Corey, and they stuck with it by me through all of it, so I'm real thankful that they're still with me, and my wife, she's got me through it. We weren't together then, but years later when we connected and everything, she's helped me get to this point too. So it's great to have a great team, supporting you. So, and I got to throw out special thanks to, John from the label, John Marhefka and Doug Franklin and everybody that supported me, man, that actually believe in what I'm doing. So I'm just, I'm real thankful to be here. Every day above ground's a good day. And I always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, So.
Oh, hey, absolutely. You see that little, I'm a past fire chief. I get it. We're
Oh,
all
that's
blessed every
great.
day.
Thank you for your service,
Every day
man.
is, we're blessed. I get up every day and I'm thankful to be with my family and be able to continue to do what I do. So I certainly get it. And you're absolutely right. Without knowing, without reading anything that really Doug shared with me about the album, my notes, I mean, American Dream, I just wrote relevant today. I mean, and I knew
Yeah.
I'm a lyric guy and I'm a story guy, and I want to close my eyes and crank up the headset and try to understand the message. And music is, can be interpreted. Everybody interprets it different ways. If I say, hey, what was it meant to be? You're going to say one thing, but somebody can interpret it another. But American Dream, like what a song, and
Thank
the
you.
drums, the background vocals, the guitar riff, great hook. Where did
I'll
this
tell you,
country go?
yeah. Well, honest to God, I can't take credit for that. I mean, Robbie Wolfe actually wrote that song and he brought it in. And we reworked the vocals a little bit on it from the original demos. But between, we rewrote the choruses on it. But he's a brilliant writing partner, man. I mean, between his words and his structures of each, helping me put together songs. It's truly is like a John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora writing partnership. I mean, it really is. So I'm real thankful to have him, man.
You got to have that chemistry. And we're talking about Robbie Wolfe, who's
Yeah.
your lead guitarist and vocals, and Corey K. Corey's on bass, and he's also does
Yeah.
vocal. And Todd Turgeon is your
Yep.
drummer, correct?
Yep.
And man, what you got to have that cohesiveness. You got to have the chemistry,
Oh, yeah.
and you look at each other, you go, man, there's something here that we got going on, because I'm sure you've been playing for a while. I mean, Doug shared with me, he goes, I've been following this guy, and I don't know how long he's been following you, but he said there's something about Jeff that I've always followed, and I knew he had it. And I'm so glad to be part of, he's saying, your team, to see
Yeah.
the work. I mean, I'm like, he's like, right away, right, like the day after, he's like, what do you think? And I go, what do I think, dude? What do I
Thank you,
think?
brother.
So, yeah, no, Doug Franklin loves you. And I don't know how long he's been following you, but
Since '98, believe it or not.
he's,
It's a long
dude, he's a
time.
believer, you know?
Yeah.
You go
Yep.
out there and everybody says it takes at least a year, 5 years, maybe even 10 years before you get the exposure and get something. But good for Doug for believing.
Absolutely.
Enemy Within, very heavy. Fire. I mean, holy shit. I mean, that was like, I can't wait till the people see the video.
Yeah, it's going to be premiered April 1st on Brave Words.
Okay, which we're gonna play. We're gonna have that and play at the end of our chat here. Yeah, no, just the songwriting. The whole album was I wrote here very polished, and it was like
Thank
you
you.
took your time, and I took it as, COVID maybe, slowed everybody down and no light toured. But if I recall, when we talked in September, you were originally maybe talking about an EP. But I
Right.
think you got so much time that you said, why can't we do an album,
Exactly. Exactly. No, that's right. And I know, everybody nowadays does singles and EPs or whatever, but I thought, you know what, we've got the time. Let's really do this right and detail it and put out a full length record. And I think it'll pay off. I really do. I'm real happy with it. We took enough time on it to where um, we detailed it enough to where I was really, there won't be a time where I'm sitting there going, well, I should have done this. I mean, we really took our time and did it right, I think.
Yeah, no doubt, because I'm not a writer and I'm not a musician, but I'm sure, it's always that first or second take, because the more you massage it, you might lose what you really had. Am I correct, Jeff, with
Right.
that?
So certain things, it depends on the song. I mean, there are times, I got to give a lot of credit to Brandon Wolfe, Robbie's son, who actually he recorded it for us. He produced it, and his older brother Jeremy did a lot of the harmony vocals on it with Robbie, and they breathed a lot of new life into the production of the songs. I mean, so not all of them, but I mean, most of, like, the way it should be. That was an older song. Liquid Sky was an older song. Promise the Moon. Those are all older songs, but the way that we recorded them and Todd playing on them breathed new life into it. And
Right. Todd was a new drummer, right?
yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, I think it came out really well. And again, it takes a village, man. You can't, one guy isn't going to do everything, So we're real thankful for
for
that.
the recording process, were you guys all in Vegas at the same time in one
Oh
room?
yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah. Well, how we did it was Brandon's got a portable studio. He's got that's what he does for a living. He's got a studio out of LA, but he's also got a portable studio. It's called Wolf Studios. And he comes into my house and we set everything up and we just knock it out, man. It's so much more laid back and we can take our time and really do it right. We're not on the clock, 1,800 bucks an hour type thing.
Yeah,
I mean?
no. I always say, man, I know it's it's a double-edged sword, because it's so much easier to send a file to London to say your drummer over there, and he puts a track and send it, and you're saving so much big money compared to being in a studio. But on the other hand, I think you would miss the magic that, whether it's Robbie or Corey say, wait, Jeff, let's try this, or Brandon, try that, try this, because
Yeah.
when you're networking with everything, it's like taking an online class.
Right.
I'm missing somebody might raise their hand and have a question that I might have, and I'm just too ignorant to ask. But when you're with a group, I think it brings so much. There's something about that.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. I mean, we did as much as we could with pre-production and writing and structure and all that. And then when Brandon came in, more than anything, the guitars we did, Robbie and I did by ourselves, without the guys. I mean, we did a scratch track and then we laid the drums and guitars and everything. And then, but the vocals, especially, that was the one thing that I had Corey and Robbie and Todd there to listen, to make sure to give their input, because vocals, if you don't have emotion in your vocals, man, it's going to be sterile. So you've got to get that feeling across, especially vocals. So,
oh my goodness,
yeah.
it comes across. I mean, I got vocals on every track here. American Dream, the vocals. I mean, even La Duda, even featuring our buddy Mark Slaughter. Backup vocals is like, I mean, all the way it should be. Vocals is like, wow. It's like all of it. I got here Fire. Something about your wife helped with a contribution to that.
Well, I wrote it the words derived from when I first met her, and what she meant to me as far as her role in my life, and who she is to me. So that's where I started with an outline with,
Gotcha.
and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, so,
came out great. It came out great.
It depends on the subject matter you're writing about, but I mean, I thought I did it justice.
Absolutely. Is writing therapeutic for you, Jeff?
Sometimes it can be a pain in the ass. Other times it's great. It depends.
And I mean, you mentioned a couple of these songs, Promise and Liquid. There were older songs. Did you have any of these others? Was Fire and like Over My Shoulder? Was that recent? Was that last year?
Over My Shoulder was Over My Shoulder was Fire is a completely new song.
Okay.
Over My Shoulder, I had a demo of it years ago, and we just ripped it apart and restructured it. And the chorus, we left the same, partially the same. We redid some of the harmony vocals on that. Let's see.
I mean, I hear Whitesnake. It's like I'm listening to a Whitesnake song. It was like the influence of Whitesnake. There's one song I wrote here. It's like it almost brought me back to like Motley Crue. I hear
one?
Kiss.
Yeah.
Which one? There was a Motley Crue one, and I scrambled all kinds of notes, but there was like a Crue one, and I'm like, wow. It was like, but it wasn't them. It was definitely your take, but it was like, boy, it had that rocking, hard, strong, great. I mean, the vocal, everything was like right in your face, 80s type of rocking. That's what I said I'm gonna kick his ass. He threw me off with this Juke Box Hero thing. I'm thinking this guy's a brand new guy. This is all original. And then I play the tracks and I go, oh yeah, no, this guy, he's been rolling sevens out in Vegas since 1998, huh?
Off and on, yeah. This is going to be a good year for us. I mean, all the stars are lining up, all the planets are lining up, and it takes, like I said, it starts with us. If we have to produce something to give to the label, to get to the masses, to get, that's worthy, and that's the thing. We try to pride ourselves with, we came from the old school with Def Leppard, where the Pyromania record, there wasn't a bad song on there, Right. So if we could even remotely come close to that, not that, but that frame of mind, that work ethic, I think we'll be happy,
Dude, I think Fire. It's easy for me to say, and we already know, how this whole world, how you get a song to chart is like, good luck, but I mean, if the fans if people push like myself to play Fire and Over My Shoulder and American Dream, and my goodness, I mean, I just say, I tell my wife all the time, mute Mike and Molly and listen to this. And I say, we can play Mike and Molly back, relax for a second, listen to this, and we would both agree that the song should be a top 10 easily, right, hands down. But you know how it goes. But you know what? It's all about the product and the content. And I know when you hear one knucklehead like me going, man, that's great stuff, you hang up from me and go, you know what? At least somebody, one person loved it. No, there's going to be there's going to be a ton. Over My Shoulder, I guess, Over My Shoulder should be the #2 single, but I don't know. That's all up to you. I ain't gonna argue with you, Jeff.
I'm telling you, man, we wrote Fire like 10 different ways of structure wise. And finally, we just said, you know what? John loved that song from the label. He loved that song so much, man. And we're just like, you know what? If that's what you want, fine, you know.
Yeah, no, dude. Fire is great. But like that intro for Guilty was like, I just pictured like being at a show and you guys just getting into it. And it was like a really good chance to get ready to rock. And it just explodes. I'm like,
right.
Any talk plans opening for anybody or doing stuff? I mean, what am I going to do to get you out to New York here or somewhere in the tri-state area?
Well, call our manager, man, Nolan Hodges. He's texting me right now. I'm like, dude, I'm doing an interview.
Yeah, well, we're talking about him. What's his name?
Right. Nolan Hodges. MK.
Nolan. Hello, Nolan.
Yeah, we want to play so bad, man. It's just a question of, you know, making it happen money wise and everything, you know. So I mean, if I had my way, I just have a tour bus and we just go.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
this is a great album. I mean, I'm like, you blew my doors in. I'm like, holy shit,
you, brother.
Man. And as we mentioned before, Robbie Wolfe is the lead guitarist, and Corey K and Todd Turgeon. We got to give them guys credit.
Absolutely.
The album comes out on April 23rd on RFL Records. It's called Yesterday's Gone. I didn't see any pre-order date. Did I miss something, Jeff?
No, it's up right now. You could pre-order it on Amazon. And you can get this. It's the CD for Amazon.
Okay.
You could pre-order it on iTunes. You know, iTunes is different because it's all streaming on that one. There's
no. You need to buy it. So he can sign it. Buy
right.
it. You can't sign iTunes and Spotify.
I know.
Buy it.
I know, right?
You read the liner notes. You read what's going on. You read all about it. I mean, right. I gotta have the physical thing in my hand. I mean, it's great I have this digitally, and I think it's great. And I got no problem supporting you guys. In fact, oh my God, you got more merch than Def Leppard. Cafe Press, Jeff Carlson Band Merch Shop. You want a t-shirt, you want a hat, you want a poster, you want a sticker, you want a necklace, you want a mug, you want a mask. This guy's got it.
You want a flask?
You want a flask? He's got a shot glass. He's got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Come to the show and we'll do a shot together. How about that?
Dude. No, I want to get on stage and announce you guys. Tell everybody how fucking great you are. That you shouldn't go to get a pee and a beer on song number 3. You should know all these songs.
Awesome. Well, what was I going to say? Well, we're also going to do vinyl as well. So
okay, cool.
It probably won't come out till October, but because everything's all backed up right now. But we'll get vinyl out too. So that'll be cool.
Any special color? Have you thought about I mean, I've seen orange, I've seen purple. I'm like, what?
It depends on. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Fire red.
Fire red. Yeah, that might be cool.
Talk to me how you got our buddy Mark Slaughter on this track called La Do Da as a bonus track.
It's a Mark and I played a show together. God, when was it? 2017, I think it was.
He's a Vegas guy.
He is. It was actually in Tucson, believe it or not. And it wasn't a Slaughter show. It was a Mark Slaughter solo show. It was him and I and some local guys in Tucson. And him and I just always kept in touch, you know. And when we were doing this, I thought, you know, at first I was thinking about having Oz Fox play on it. But he's got some health issues. And I didn't really want to bug him too much on it. Because he's, you know, I love Oz. And God love him. I just, you know, pray for his safety and his health, and he's got some issues going on with I think some brain tumors or whatever. So, but he's had a successful surgery, and I think he might have to do one more. But so far, I think he's on the road to recovery. Thank God. But anyway, I talked to Mark, you know, and I just thought, well, let me see what Mark's doing. So, you know, everybody's down with the pandemic. I mean, Tesla doesn't even have any shows booked right now that I know of. I just talked to Frank here a few days ago, and they got nothing. So everybody's not doing anything right now. So I'm like, hey, Mark, if I send you these tracks, you want to throw down a lead for me? And he was like, yeah, sure, bro. So yeah, that's kind of how that happened, you know. Mark's a great guy. I love Mark, man.
Oh my God, Mark! I've had Mark a couple of times. He's doing a little gig with a band called Seven Angels,
right?
With Josh, you know, Josh Egan, Joshua Seth Egan, and Bobby Reynolds and those guys, and we had a big Zoom, and Mark's in his home in Nashville. He didn't have to sing. He was like, "Holy, I got to play! I didn't have to. I wasn't that lead guy doing the Slaughter stuff, which was
well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize how great of a guitar player Mark is. I mean,
amazing guitarist.
Damn! Oh, wow!
Every time I turn around, somebody's like, "Oh, I had Mark Slaughter. Mark did a track," and I'm like, "No surprise there."
Yeah, right.
Well, you can check out everything with Jeff Carlson. JeffCarlsonBand.com is his website. He's on Instagram. He's on Twitter. He's on YouTube. Jeff Carlson Band. Please hit the subscribe button because we're going to play Fire in a second. As Jeff said, you can pre-order and do that. Go to Amazon. I know I'm going to get a shirt, and there's shirts for the ladies too. He's got it all covered. You can join the Jeff Carlson Band Army fan page, which I'm part of. I get to see that, and there's every day there's like 3 or 4 people. Boom, boom. So that's growing. You know, you would be great with Mark opening or playing with Mark or Tesla, or you know, our buddy Ron Keel.
Oh, what a great guy he is, man.
Is he?
He's actually one of my Patreon members. Yeah, he actually supports me on my Patreon page, man. I can't believe it. He's awesome.
Yes. I do have that here. He's got that Patreon down to a science. Between content and merch and free access, and Jeff's got one too. Jeff, how many tiers do you have? Do you have
we got 3 tiers? 3 tiers, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got to support Jeff and do that as well, my man. I can't get the smile off my face. I guess I don't know. I got to put all of them on the rotation. I'm the program director, so fuck it. You know what the hell? Much success with this, and I can't wait to see you face to face and have a shot and have a picture and see the Jeff Carlson Band. Rock on, my man.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man.
It'll be great. And it's time to rock a little Jeff Carlson on Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Fasten your seatbelt for Fire. Check this out. Hit the subscribe button and go and buy the album Yesterday's Gone. Yeah.
Into my life, I prayed for you each and every night. You came in and fought my fight. I'm still trying to walk a straighter line. Didn't mean to have you look down on me. Give you every reason to make you believe. You give me your fire. Sometimes it's hard to find my way. Time goes by just like sand, falling down through the hours.